Hi, this is Michael, Dad's Father's TV Network. I want to do something different today. I mean, it's not often do I have the over 50 group, you know? So I'm in hog heaven right now. You know, you got the 50 plus the 50, you know, come on now. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, today I am taking some time out and given the privilege to have a conversation, not an interview, a conversation with the Miss MS. Regina Smith, correct?
Yes.
All the way from Cali. Now, what part of California you from?
Carson, California.
Say hello to your fans, Miss.
Hi, Cali.
Hey, y'all. Thank you very much for joining us in Texas.
Yes.
You got a chance to experience the DLS Morning Show.
Yes, I did.
I would ask you how was that, but never mind.
Hilarious.
Hilarious. He is truly a character, huh?
Yes.
But hey, you know, we're here, we're having some good time, and we're going to get off into some personal stuff about. I'm holding the microphone because that's where I may go. But we're going to talk a little bit about Miss Regina. She has a blog. She's new on the scene for dating fellas who are single. I'm just saying, you know. And then she's going to talk about the queen and the king concept that she's created. Now that I enjoy. All in 30 minutes. So real quickly, ma'am, thank you very much. And how was your flight here?
Oh, we were delayed, but it was it was nice. I mean, you know, I got here, and thank God, you know.
Right. So, I cut to the chase. I like going straight to the core. You're very beautiful, 50 years old.
Thank you.
Beautiful smile. I was teasing you off air about your eyes, you know. Although you're shy, you got an inner core. I like that. So you said you was previously married. How long were you married?
Yes, we were together 23 years, and so I'm recently divorced, 4 years.
4 years divorced?
Yes.
That's
so
recent?
Yes, 23 years. I mean, you know, we're still good friends, so, you know, married 15, but together 23.
Oh, yeah?
So it was sort of, I married my best friend.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Would you remarry again?
I would.
Really?
Yes.
So do you enjoy marriage, or is it something you love?
I actually loved being married. I love being married. I mean, you know, I think it's a great thing when you're with the right person, you know. So, you know, my years wasn't bad of being married. It just didn't work. That and go back to our friendship.
Wow, that's very interesting. How did that work out? You see, I sit up on that one. Hold on, how did that work out?
You know, people say he and I are very weird, but you know, we have to work through it, and then we're both on the same spiritual level. I'll say that.
And I think that's the key.
Because that's the key.
And you guys had children?
None together, but you know, we had his oldest daughter actually lost custody of her kids, and we took custody and guardianship of three kids. So, and
three grandkids.
3 grandkids. This is after my kids were grown.
Grown and gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
See, that tells you what type of woman she is, you know? 3 grandkids. What was the ages?
When we first got them, they were 1, 3, and 5.
Oh wow, babies.
Babies. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, they were taken in Las Vegas, and we had to go across state lines and fight for them. And so it was pretty.
Wow. So really, like, you guys started over with children?
Oh, absolutely.
Wow. And how far along in the marriage was that?
It was maybe 12 years.
12 years. Wow. So the last 10 years of marriage or so, you guys really raised a family.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So you had motherhood / grandmotherhood
all of it together. Yeah.
Wow.
All of it together. But you know, we're still very close. They did go with him, and you know, they're in between.
Right. Still call you Nana or Grandma?
Nana.
No,
Grandma.
How did I know that?
Nana.
You look like one of those nanas, huh?
But my daughter just recently, 4 months, had my first biological grandchild.
Oh, so you only have the one?
Just
I'm 3 ahead of you, by
Oh,
the way. And I
okay.
have a great, by the way.
Oh,
a
you have
great granddaughter.
Wow.
Great granddaughter.
Yeah, I'm just starting with the grandmother.
You're about to enjoy the best
I
times of your
love it.
life.
Oh my goodness.
I call them disposable children.
Right.
Because you're able to, hey, how you doing, Father? Okay, see you later, bye-bye, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So fast forward, you got divorced.
Yes.
but remain friends. I can echo that because my first wife and I was 22 years.
Okay.
Got divorced, and now it's like I inherited another sister.
Yeah. Right.
I was like, okay, what do you want today? You know?
Yeah. We're still the same without being married.
And the good thing about it is, do you catch yourself sometimes when you need that true, honest opinion? You're kind of like, okay, look, and you expect him to give you an answer.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's not fair, but you expect it though.
And he does the same with me.
Exactly. It's kind of weird, like, okay, well, why didn't you just wife was married? You know.
Hey, things happen. But what was important to both of us was, it was more of not losing a husband or a wife. It was more losing a friend,
Right.
a best friend.
So you guys focus on that.
We focused on that.
Wow, that's very good.
Yes.
Wow, that's real good.
Yes.
And after the divorce, you catch yourself talking more, laughing more than you did, say, the last few years of the marriage.
Oh, absolutely.
Isn't it strange?
Yes. It's like a freedom I can't even explain.
It's interesting you said that's exactly what, I actually asked that question to a few people, and I was told it's an emotional detachment, but it's also an emotional attachment.
Right.
Because the detachment is the core responsibility of, I have to do this for this man or woman.
Absolutely.
Now it's optional.
Absolutely.
And it seems that at that point, the joy of flexibility kicks in, which I'm going to use the word, makes more of a cohesiveness of a friendship.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with that.
So now all of a sudden, you have a man who knows you exceptionally well,
Yes.
but also a friend that you know, for lack of better words, that's disposable.
Right.
You can go home and not answer his call and
Right.
not get fussed at, Right.
Yeah, you got it. You
So
know exactly.
that's that 50 conversation.
Yeah, that's
Young folks, this is a 50
That's
conversation.
real talk.
We're not saying it's the Bible of a relationship, but it's a 50 conversation,
Yes.
So you also have a unique program, and it's called Kings and Queens. Now, I got to ask, how did you come up with a program that you use on your blog called Queens First and Kings? I
Right.
noticed you said that each time Queens and Kings, not Kings and Queens.
right. Actually, my blog is queenmoves.com.
That's the Queens Moves, plural,
Moves, yes.
.com.
Yes, and it's like about making moves. Like, I make moves daily, like, financial stability, when you're single, and when you're, let's say, now beginning to date.
Which is something we're going to talk about, guys. So turn your volume up after this. No, we quit.
And you're independent, like you're an independent woman, and so it's like daily you make moves, not only, and I've been making moves since, let's say, actually since divorce, I've been making moves to like just become independent. You're used to like the two incomes, a different way of life, and in order to maintain that,
Right.
You have to just grind and work, and the queen concept is, I always say, it's just the position, that's how I think of myself, and if I think of myself as a queen, that's what I'm going to demand, like even from men or whatever. And in my life, it's just how you carry yourself. You're graceful, you're a mother, all the good qualities of a woman. I just think it's very queen-like. And then I actually call men kings.
How's that working out?
Oh, they love it, I'm sure. I mean,
They love it, I'm sure.
but I just want to get back to that. The younger generation, young women, they're into like calling themselves other names.
See, I'm gonna lean this way off camera. Let's just put it out. It was interesting off camera. It was said most females will give sex first.
Yes.
And ask for and demand for chivalry later.
Right. And chivalry is the key. And also conversation. You're talking about conversation. There's no conversation these days. Again, I'm new into it, and men, because they're getting their way, I guess, or because women are accepting anything, they think they can approach queens that way.
Right.
I'm just saying, they think that works for everybody or every female, and it doesn't work. And
So in your blog, I think you're mentoring younger women.
Yes.
how's that working out when they hear you say, well, don't give up the goods because, I mean, once you got the, you know, the milk, you no longer leave the cow.
You know what? I'm surprised that they actually listen.
Wow.
Yeah, people are listening. They're engaging me in conversation. I have younger women now referring to themselves as queens. And, you know, they're saying that basically, you know, they made those mistakes. And they're ready to get married now, and they're ready to settle down.
So they're reversing back or converting back, and making those. Wow, that's very, very good.
Yeah.
And where's this at? California.
Yes, Carson, California.
Carson, California.
And then I actually have men saying that by following me, or you know, my blog, or even my Facebook, or anything, that it's like makes them want to be a better man. They literally say that, you know. So let's say get a woman with, you know, character. They have to change some things.
Right. As you guys can hear in the background, we got the biscuit and gravy mix with the Gillis Morning Show going on, and so if you're hearing the noise, it's actually good music in the background. So,
Right.
but you know, you got your concept, you got your kings, you got your queens. Now let's take it down to the cornbread language here. How does that work in your, I'm gonna use the word quest back into dating? Do you find it challenging to make those demands with the 50 and over men?
Oh yes, all ages.
So they don't naturally just do it.
Oh yes, absolutely.
50-year-old men naturally show the chivalry and the generosity and the spoiling and the pampering and all those things.
I think if you carry yourself a certain way, I think men understand that's what's needed. I'll say that. That's what's required. You know, from them. I have men that I say were not taught. You know, it shouldn't be an excuse, but I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm not a man, but you know, I have men that have no clue of opening a door for a woman, and they don't get a second date.
Right.
I mean, you know, it's about choice, and you know, when it comes down to that, and you know, of course you have to date, but you don't have to settle. So.
Agreed. I'm gonna take a quick, about a 30-second to a minute break. When I come back, we're gonna get into her business a little bit. So you're watching Dad's Father's TV Network with Miss Regina Smith. We'll be right back. Okay. So that way. Have you ever had a question related to child support, divorce, CPS? Call the Attorney General or maybe an attorney and they just gave you a runaround. Where do you go to get help? Contact Dad's Fathers of Texas. Yes, they are child support specialists. Dad's Fathers of Texas can answer your question, help file paperwork, and help find a family law attorney. Dad's Fathers of Texas, making child support simple. Welcome back to Dad's Fathers TV Network. I am here today, and I am Mike. I guess I should say who I am. Normally I say I'm Mike the mediator, but today I am not doing no mediation. I have the privilege, and it's interesting, I have the privilege to talk to Miss Regina, that I actually followed her for a while on Facebook, inboxed her, followed her some more, and then actually requested this privilege and opportunity. So off camera we was talking about, she didn't realize she was being watched, you know. And it's interesting, you never know who's watching.
You never know.
Because our story match and mimic each other so closely. 20 plus years of marriage, another story, loss of a child, transitioning into the dating scene, marriage. You have your queens and kings. I have my dad's fathers. So we had so much. I said, "Oh, I got to talk to her," you know. And
I appreciate it.
And I appreciate you coming all the way from Cali to allow this. But of course, we got to get back to the good stuff now. We're talking about her blog, queenmoves.com, and she's teaching young ladies how to be queens and encouraging men how to treat a queen.
Yes.
And you said some men actually enjoy that. Yeah. So we're being modest. So now let's just roll up our sleeves and get you all right now. You know, what exactly are these young ladies transitioning from to? You know, we got to get the juicy stuff, and we won't call real names. So let's talk about little Sally over here. You know, tell me about some of the young ladies you have I'm gonna use the word mentored,
Yeah.
and now is another phase young lady. Share some of that stuff.
I have young women. They're being influenced. Music, different things that influence them. And I don't, or even at home, I don't think, they're being just taught from a princess to become a queen. Because I think it should start, at home, the parenting part of it. But again, a lot of that's lost. And they're being, caught up in, again, media and different things. So they're calling themselves like bad bitches, and they're like really like angry at men, or and they don't really know how to submit, or they don't know how to, what being a woman and using your femininity is all about. The real,
Right,
that I always tell them we were really made or created for men.
True.
I say that to help them. We're like their backbone,
Which are real.
Hey, I mean, it's the truth.
And see, she said that I can't even say the femininity, but when you think about the femininity, and I think we as men forget that.
Yeah.
Off camera, I was complimenting her, not like the flirtatious of sexual, but I said, as a 50-year-old woman, 50-year-old man, we was doing the texting, and naturally, I reached over to help, and she naturally, submissively gave it to. And it's like, at this stage in life, we do it naturally.
Yes.
And these younger generation who's been influenced by the media, all they know is what? Hardness, poor
Fighting.
identity, fighting.
Yeah.
Not what we call sensual intimacy, but
Right.
I'm going to use the word pounding.
Yes.
On the camera. Off camera, I use another word.
Yes.
And I think they forget, like you said, the sensualness of being a woman is what makes a man stronger,
Absolutely.
in my personal opinion.
And mine as well.
Because if I know I have a young lady that not only am I protecting physically, but emotionally, I even watch my speech.
Everything changes.
Everything changes,
Everything changes. And again, it starts with us. It's how we carry ourselves. How we speak to you guys. We have to build you guys up and uplift you as well, because you guys have a hard time out here.
I saw a thing on Facebook where they had this man with like 6, 7 different knives on him. You saw that too?
Yes.
And then it said you never know what he went through to get home to his queen.
Absolutely.
And then you get home and you got this drama,
Right. You don't want to come home. So
You don't want to come.
And you want him to come home.
Do you think that contributed to some men making what I call the emotional and physical mistakes? Contributed. I know it's an excuse. That's why I used the word contribute to.
Right.
I'm gonna rephrase that. In your blog meeting with men, do you hear that frequently?
Oh, absolutely.
That
Yes.
all blah blah blah.
Yeah, like I don't want to come home and fight. I fight, outside of the home. So I want to come home and just, have a woman there. They want you to, look, if he's my protector, my provider, if he's doing everything that he should do, then I have no problem. If he's being someone that I can submit to, I have no problem in doing my job.
I'm gonna take that word. I knew you was gonna say that. You saw my face expression.
Yeah.
Okay, she said the word finally.
I know that's what you guys wait for. So.
Well, submissiveness.
Okay.
How does the women and the men in your core conversation, I know we understand what that
Yes.
is, but what do you teach them as it relates to being submissive?
I think first of all,
What is it?
It's willingly giving. I think it's willingly. It's not forced or anything like that. It's like you want to be submissive. If you have him, you want to give. You want to nurture him. You want him to lead you. You want to follow. So it's like just basically being a woman. We want to be women. A lot of men think that being independent, you're angry, you don't need a man. And I always say, look, I'm not needy for a man, but I need a man. So it's a difference. It's like I'm happy in my life.
Here's the 50-year-old version of it. I like saying the 50 because at this stage in life, I am by far a better man.
Oh, yeah.
She said she don't need her man, but
not
she
needy.
needy. I'm going to translate it in our language. Men, she don't need you in her space. She actually want
Absolutely.
a quality man
Absolutely.
who understand the definition of MAN.
Absolutely.
Did I break it down for you?
100%.
Yeah, because I mean, as being a strong, independent woman, we haven't talked about that, but I know it. You take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
You pay your own bills.
Yes.
You got your own business.
Yes.
Probably got, I don't know if you work or not, but you got a job.
Yes.
You take care of all the necessities for you to be functional in life.
Absolutely.
Now, with the man, he need to come in and do nothing for you.
Absolutely.
For you to function daily.
Right.
However, the key word, the chivalry side,
Absolutely.
is what you
I
want.
I'm a
And
woman.
need it to feel totally complete.
Yes.
And with that, now I'm getting to the core. What exactly, hold on. Gentlemen, if you're listening now, this is what you've been waiting on. What do Miss Regina like from her man? I just made it real short. What does Miss Regina like from her man at this stage in her life?
I just companionship, communication, conversation. Look, I like to travel. I like to, have fun in life. So I just want someone to do that with, actually. Again, I take care of myself. I want to be loved. I want to be in love, actually, to be honest.
And what's the difference between being loved and being in love for those men who don't know that?
Being in love is basically, to me, it's like a stronger giving of myself to someone because I'm in love with them. Sort of like I don't want to live, or I don't want to live without them. I've loved men, and it was easy to let them go.
Interesting.
Interesting. Being in love, I think, it's more difficult to, just like my divorce, like it's difficult to break that, sometimes, so, but sometimes you need to anyway.
Right. Off camera, we was talking about that. When you're married for so long, it's almost like that is a part of you.
Absolutely.
But it's a beautiful thing when that is, the contract is resolved, but the friendship remains.
Right.
And I think off camera we said that's the beauty of part of where we are now, because you was what, 22, 23 years?
23.
And I was 22 years.
Yeah.
And yet you and your ex are still good friends.
Yeah.
We were talking about how it's so funny. My ex-wife be like, okay, and I'd be like, you do know we're no longer married, right? And she's like, okay, but, and expect an answer,
Yes, I'll call him and be like, hey, I need you to do this. And he's like, Gina. And I'm like,
okay, what time?
And I often joke with them. I say, look, when I get a man, I'm not going to need that
So
money.
you come on, man.
So do it.
And you fall out laughing on it.
Yeah,
It's hilarious.
It's funny. But, again, we're good. No anger, anything like that. I'm actually happy, so.
I was about to ask you, so how's the dating life? It makes you, I know dating is challenging,
Yes.
but, okay, tell me about a dating situation that was OMG. I just don't put that one out there.
The recent one, let's say, I do a lot of like Facebook Live. So my stylist, Lakeisha, she's my stylist.
Hey, Lakeisha.
Hi, Lakeisha. And I'm contacted through Facebook a lot, and so she's a singer. So he booked her for a gig, and we accepted, and we went to. So he said, "Look, I would buy you, food. Just come out." She sing, and when we got there, it's like the bill came and the check came, and then he said. He told the waitress, look, I only had ginger ale on the bill.
Oh, wow.
I mean, do you follow me? And
Wow.
He literally.
Stuffed you with the tab.
Yes. And, if he hadn't, again, I'll pay my own bill, but if he had not told Lakeisha that he would be buying the food and just come out and do the show for him, she sung, a gig. So that was interesting to me. That meant, and he's 50.
That's even worse.
Yeah, he's like
50 club.
He damaged the age. I don't even look at it anymore because, again, it doesn't matter what age you are. If you don't have it, I think you don't have it.
It was a major celebrity, and I will not call his name. multimillionaire, very globally recognized. And every single interview with this guy, they said he's a great guy with no class. So I was fortunately and blessed enough to sit in front of him off camera. And you know, the good thing about it, I tell people I'm bilingual. I can speak thug language and I can speak intelligently.
Right.
I cross them up every now and then, you know. And I asked him, why? Why is it that you have such a poor reputation? And the first word out of his mouth was, huh? What?
Don't know.
Clueless.
Have no idea.
Clueless
Yes.
of what I feel is naturally what we should do
Yes.
to not only date a woman, but make the definition of a queen come true.
Right.
And I know we got a couple minutes left here. Tell me in short, what are you teaching the young ladies for its expectation in being now a queen? You must expect this. What is that?
You must expect being treated like a woman. Like, you know, men want to be treated like men. They say it all the time. I'm a man. What does that mean? You know, what does I'm a man mean if you're not treating a woman like a woman? So, you know, I tell her to check out his character. You know, because you can tell if a guy has been trained or not. I call it trained, you know, whether I don't know if it's the father or whatever, but, you know, it takes men to train men. It's not our job to train men.
Now, that's a show we got to go off into.
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely. And so I tell them to look, he should open your doors. He should pull out your chair. He should pay the tab. He should tip for service, you know. I mean, my mom was a waitress. I have it's a thing. I was raised.
Right.
So it's like tip, you know. So it's the small things, really. It's not major. It's just the small things to say, hey, you know, I'm a man. I got you. You know, it's about just having me. You know, that's it. And, you know, it's not really, and I tell the young women, if you don't do that, my daughter, it's funny, she can be out on a date. And she will text me, Mom, he didn't pull out the chair.
Oh, wow.
Literally,
Right.
you know, or Mom, he didn't tip. Can you believe it? Or Mom, you know, he didn't open the door. Or Mom, he opened every door. And we're talking about 20-something. You know, Mom, oh my God, he opened it. He prayed for our dinner.
Right.
You know, he grabbed my hand and prayed. So it's just the little things that women watch that men have no clue.
And I think that in my definition is why we as men need to be more involved in our younger generation lives, because just in a 1 minute conversation you identified 3-4 common things that we should do naturally.
Absolutely.
But who's teaching?
Yeah.
So we're holding these guys on higher levels of expectation, but all the old schools like myself who teaches that or do it and they can see it are gone.
Yeah. Now, I'm not so hard, and I tell my young women, don't be so hard, because he probably wasn't taught.
Correct.
So communication is key in conversation. So now you tell them what you want. You know, you tell them, look, I expect for you to do this, this, and this. And if he don't do it, that'll tell you everything.
If you get offended, then that's not the one for you.
Absolutely.
That's good. Well, ma'am, that's been our 30 minutes, and we can sit here and talk all day long. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Regina, Queen Moves blog.
Yes.
So you go to queenmoves.com, follow her. Also, engage with her.
Yes.
Tell her your thoughts. Tell her your feedback. Give her your suggestions, and challenge her to come back with something, you know?
And go ahead and like my Queen Moves page, please.
Like her page. And then she comes back to Dallas, Texas, once or twice a month.
Yes.
Each time she comes back to Dallas, we're going to do a sit down. And we're going to really take it to the next level. Today we was modest because we just met each other, 30 minutes ago?
Yes.
Oh, the next one, we friends now.
Yes,
I'm going to have a list of questions like, okay, you know.
Yeah, he's going to get me next time.
For those of you know, I get the little analytical, nerdy side of me, and I'm like, all right, then, you know. But by the same token, we're going to get off into family, overcoming adversities, challenges. So we're going to really grow I'm going to put it out there over the next year.
Okay.
This time next year, we're going to go back and look at how we progressively added on to her queen moves, and as a king, how I brought something to the table with her. But she'll be able to call me and say, Micah, and I will respond. I could buy a plane ticket now.
Hey.
You know, I come there and say, we can do a live show because my camera travels.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
And looking forward to the second show. And in the meantime, you guys stay tuned. Here on Dash Brothers TV Network, we always bring something new, fresh, and hot. And now we have a quality show with Miss Regina. I'm going to officially call it Queen Moves on DFTV Network.
Yes.
Appreciate you. We'll see you next time.